Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Did He Finish That Mission? And today we'll be trying to finish the Chimera Mission 15 for the German tanks, which is just to do 3,500 damage to TDs or heavies. And we'll be showing you our 3 attempts over the last couple of, So we'll be showing you our 3 attempts here. Now this tank, I would say, is a good choice if you were to try to do this mission. You don't actually have many choices, I would have to say. One thing you could go with is the Jagdpanzer, to be honest, because if you just roll up and you don't care about this second part right here, because it's unlikely you're going to get 6 shots in a Jagdpanzer. I'm gonna be honest right there. 6 penetrations, that is, which may be even more than 6 shots. But it is possible. I mean, you could just roll up and get 4 shots, right? Just four penetrations, and you have this mission finished. That easy. Or that's how easy it sounds. It's probably not going to be that easy, but that would be a great choice for this. Just load the heat, spam all gold, and finish this mission off pretty easy. Now, if you, like me, don't have the Jagdpanzer, I would recommend going to tier 9. I tried it many times with the T55. That has not worked. I've gotten to 3,000 a couple of times. I actually finished mission 14 with this. But 15, I had to employ the use of the big guns. And I would recommend this as well. If you just start off and just pray that you get the lots of heavies in one game. But without further ado, let's get right into the first game. And we are back. Now, one thing I did do for the finishing of this mission specifically was I did switch servers. Now, I'm playing on the North American server, just the North American region, more or less, but I did go down to the South American server. Yes, there are not that many players, but there aren't that many artillery either. So I'm perfectly willing to wait. I'm perfectly willing to wait in the matchmaker and get a good game, then instantly get into a game I'm not going to like, and it's probably going to be over in about 3 or 2 minutes. I don't know exactly what's going on here. I don't know what I could have been doing. Maybe I was going to eat something. Who knows? I can't remember. But we are heading out. We are a little late. Now, we could actually finish it here. There's a Kranwagen, an IS-7, which is plenty HP. Although the TDs aren't really it, because those STRVs are no doubt going to be in the way back. And this tank trying to get mop-up damage is just like good luck. I wouldn't say you're mobile enough to get mop-up damage. As you can see, we're only moving 35 here. Now we're not trying. We're really just trying to wait and see the heavies that are going to flank around. We know this because, well, no one went to check that side and see if they're not. So the only result can be that they are there, and we're just not spotting them. Now, as you can see, our view range is really bad. I think it's just around 380, if I'm not mistaken, but we don't have this thing equipped for view range. We have it equipped for maximum sniping. We even have the camo net. Now, I actually had to buy this tank back just to finish this mission. Just because the grill isn't it. Like the grill, like this thing is night and day better than the. Okay, maybe not right there, but it's usually night and day better than the grill. For whatever reason, the grill has 0 camo values, which I really don't understand. Like, how do you go from the Waffle with a fully rotational turret, right, and great camo, and go up to tier 10 and get worse? So we aim a nice shot. The grill would never hit that, but as you can see, that's not part of our mission. Our mission is just to damage heavies and TDs. And in hindsight, this mission just required a lot of luck overall, in terms of first off RNG, and then second off matchmaking. Because it's unlikely you'll get a battle. Well, let's just say you need lots of heavy tanks in this match in a game to finish it. If you're planning to play a TD. Now, if you actually had a great medium tank, let's say a tier 10 E50M or something of that matter, of that sort, you could probably finish it just a bit easier. But then if you're going up against the heavy tanks, you have to worry about getting just getting wrecked by matchmaker overall and RNG, because the pin on that vehicle isn't the best. Now, if you're playing in a TD, especially this one, you're going to have a lot of heavy tanks in the matchmaker, just because this one's not mobile enough to go get any of the mop-up damage at the end, and that's usually what TDs are considered. Just the mop-up damage after you just destroy their entire team. This guy just stops moving. As you can see, this has happened to me so many times, just random. Just running up on me thinking he can defeat me. And it's so weird that this happens so often. It's like, can you not wait to earn this damage back here? I'm what's considered mop-up damage. You don't get to come and fight me first. Now that little rant is over, we do have an STRV who did put some damage in on the Char, which is very nice. The IS-7 just took 410 damage. Great as well. The Panther, here comes the Panther 2. Now, he's most likely thinking it's his turn to be a hero. Unfortunately, we do not shoot fast enough, and he hits us for 240. Although, yeah, he does hit us, and that puts us down to a one-shot for everyone, more or less. We should have finished him off, because we shot first. But since we are on the South American server, our ping isn't the best, so that no doubt affected our shot hitting. Our team is capping the base. We get our last shot in on the object 257, and we end that on 3,000 damage, but we only did 1,600 towards the completion of our mission, which is very unfortunate, because this game could have been it if that Char hadn't rushed us. Actually, it'd have been very tough, regardless. Let's go check around to see what our team is doing. Oh, can we not do that in replays? Okay, well, I guess I'll see you guys at the result page. As you can see, we did finish the battle with a victory. We did do a good amount of damage, but the damage we did wasn't to the tanks which we needed to do it. So here we are, yet again, on the South American server, yet again, with the same mission, yet again, with a little bit of ping. But we're just trying to make it work here. Now, we're on a map I particularly don't like, just because of how hard it is for you to get to the heavy flank in a heavy tank without losing half your HP. It's ridiculous. There's such a wide open area just across the A1 and 2 lines. No, it'd actually be D1, 2. It'd actually be D, E, and F on the 1-2 line for us spawn, and it's just frustrating. Like, crossing that giant gap and losing all your HP isn't really worth it unless you're a really quick heavy tank, and even then you'll have some issues. But enough about that. We're not a heavy tank. We're not looking to go to the heavy flank. Here we are trying to get a nice camping position, trying to take advantage of the guys going middle. Unfortunately, we do take a bad position, as you can't really see much from here. There's an object 268 version 4 on the enemy team, so that's always tough. But it's going to be tough. Let's fast forward just a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do something for the next couple of minutes. We did finally get down off that hill. I don't know what we were doing. Just contemplating our life choices, really. Wondering why we're still playing this game. I probably won't be playing it for too much longer, to be honest. Because once I get that camera, I'm not tryharding for those 279E missions. That's just not happening. Because those missions Well, I don't really care about. I don't really care about getting the Object 279E actually. I couldn't care whether I get it or not. Although if I do happen to get it, which I doubt it, without tryharding, because you're gonna have to tryhard to finish these missions. There are missions like average a certain amount of hits or something per game, and I'm sure you could roll out in something like a Carnarvon and just plink away at someone to average this certain amount of hits. But even then, it's frustrating, and I'm not gonna go through this again. Although I will be tryharding for the Object 260 missions, as I actually do want that vehicle. Now, why do I want the Chimera so much, you might be asking? Because in this game, if you have it, you probably know it's not the best tank in the game, you know. Well, I want it because it was my favorite tank in World of Tanks Blitz, which is basically the mobile version of this game. And in that game, it's a full-on premium tank, right? What am I doing? Just sitting here like an idiot. Missed that shot entirely. In the mobile version of this game, it's a full-on premium tank, right? With all the bells and whistles. It's actually one of the best premium tanks in the game. I would have to say like top 5, probably at 4, probably at 4 or 3 to be honest. Now we do hit a nice high roll. Unfortunately, that the Object 268 does steal our damage and shoots the KV-4. Now we're looking for the proper angle. I switched to APCR, thinking this pin right here would be easier. I try to get up at a bit higher of an angle. No. Which is really unfortunate because I actually loaded APCR. 350 pins not enough? Like, really? Now, I am tryharding at this point, and I'm getting frustrated at this point, to be honest. Because there have been so many battles getting on bad maps like this, or at least bad maps for finishing this mission, where the team just crumbles and I can't take advantage of it because I'm either dead, because of some guy rushing me, or I'm just out of position and get wrecked. But overall, it was pretty frustrating finishing this mission. Yet again, we see a 50-50 pin. It's actually green where we aimed, but we bounce again, which is really dumb. At this point in the game, I only have 607 damage. I'm not interested in shooting the guys in the middle, and maybe we could have won had I actually been paying attention. But it's a team game with personal missions. What do you want from me? We are still aimed down there. We're probably going to speed this up in the edits later, because this right here isn't it. It is not it at all. Yep, we're still aiming. Just still aiming here. Sitting here aiming. Finally spot the Conqueror. Finally we bounce yet. Oh, wait. We pinned. Okay, so our first penetration on the Super Conqueror. He is not having a good time now, which is always great for the enemy. I believe that was a hit, but not a penetration, just some absorption into some side armor, or probably even hit him. Now, for him, we load the high explosive. We're not playing any games. We're trying to get this damage. He is aimed at us, although he didn't shoot, which is a bit weird. We're just pelting him with some high explosive. Move forward, spot him again. That did hit. We hit him again, 136. This tank's high explosive. This tank's high explosive damage isn't the highest, I would say. You can get some monster rolls, but splashing heavy tanks like this and trying to do a bunch of damage isn't this tank's strong point. Now, one thing I will say about the Waffle itself, this could probably be an entire video. But I would say its big gun, the big 750 gun, needs to buff, because this gun is just better than it in every way, shape, or form. I would say if they were actually trying to make two gun options, one which would be equally as appealing, they would need to buff the other gun because it's just worse in every way. It has worse shell velocity, worse aim time. The shell velocity is really what cuts it. But this gun has better pin, better accuracy, better shell velocity, better aim time, better everything. So there's absolutely no point why you would use it over this one. But I like the Big Alpha. But even with liking the Big Alpha, when something's this much more effective, I'm not gonna not use it. It's just downright better than the big 750 gun in every way. So now we're up to 1601 damage. Excuse me. 1601 damage. There is a Bobject mousing his way through our spawn. We do have the Big Alpha. So we pop up, take him out. 502, now up to 2,103 towards the completion of that other mission. And we're actually pumping along at a pretty good pace. We do still have full hit points, so we can take advantage of this situation. We are looking for this object, and unfortunately he is rolling over the hill, but fortunately for us, we do get a big shot into his lower plate, and we get our engine knocked out. Now he does come, rams us. He doesn't do too much damage on that ram, to be honest. And our teammate does help us out. We do get smacked by the Super Conqueror, which is extremely unfortunate, to be honest. Our object 268 is trying to flank, but he went down a little too far, I would have to say, because just because of the overall not knowing where the enemy is, climbing that hill, especially in a turretless tank, will get you killed. So he is dead. The waffle was in the middle, although there was no real way to hit for him to know that. I would say going wide like that wasn't the best idea. Now here, I'm thinking Udis is spotted, and he isn't yet. So I'm trying to go around and flank him, although the Super Conqueror isn't. He's doing the right thing. He's not taking too much attention. I mean, he's not paying too much attention to the Udis, just because he knows I might be flanking. I don't want to take the first shot, just because of that bounce we had on his upper plate before, and yeah, we're dead. We weren't looking around. We were actually trying to get to the rock so we'd be early safe. But in an attempt to be early safe, we weren't safe from the normal tank. Okay, so we are back. Final mission, final game, third attempt, and we're going to finish it. Now, we actually do have the perfect matchmaking yet again on the South American server. If we were on the NA server, I guarantee you, 3RD. Absolutely 3RD, and someone would just get wrecked. The gameplay would be ruined and we wouldn't finish the mission. But as that is not the case, M103, right, 2 defenders, an Emil, a KV4, and a Lowy. If we can't finish it here, we can't finish it at all. See, this is the game right here. And see, and the 5 heavy tanks, so if we just get one shot on someone else, we'll finish it with honors as well. So we go to a typical position, I would say. We almost have a heart attack when we see that light tank there, because if we had gotten spotted, that'd be the end for us right there. Just the absolute end. They'd have known we were here. We're knocking over these trees just to create a bit more cover. We're trying to get a shot on this ammo. No. Just no. The animal gets lucky. Actually, we get unlucky, which is very unfortunate because that would have been a nice early shot. But you can't complain about this. Our bullet just did the loss of shell velocity maneuver. It just went straight down to the ground. We do get a nice shot in on that Lowy, 589. This tank does seem to roll high quite a lot, which is just fantastic. And I would say going with this gun is the way to go. Like, if you're grinding through this tank, I would say keep it and don't buy the grill, because the grill's just a disappointment. A disappointment overall. Unfortunately, the ammo does die without us getting a single shot into him, and we actually have to spot on our own, which is unfortunate. But we do get a little bit of assisting damage, although that's not what we're farming whatsoever. So whether we get it or not is trivial. Now we take a big shot. Now I stay still because I thought they were all stunned, when in fact they were stunned, but Loey repaired himself. Valoy repaired, so he was the one that spotted us. Unfortunately, our bullet does not go where we aimed, and we hit the KV-4's track. We are spamming APCR, but I don't really care. Can you really? Because at this point, I'm ready to get off the game. Now 562 on the KV-4. Right. He's not feeling all that good. Now the M103. We finally get a pin on him, and we're up to 2,100. Now this is the game. I know this is the game because if not this game, what other game could it be? The matchmaking is perfect. We do have the perfect setup. Well, more or less. We have more or less the perfect setup. We're in the perfect tank. We've got the perfect position. We've got the perfect spawn. It can't get any better than this. Now the defender, we smack the defender. 543, all high rolls here. All high rolls. We're up to 2,700. 2,700, and we get the pin on the M103. 551, we're spotted now, we don't care. We are spotted now. Now we're rushing in because all we need is one more shot, and we have this mission finished. Just one final shot. We're in no real rush because these guys don't seem going anywhere anytime soon. We pull up, nice penetration, just nice. 4,900, and we should have left, to be honest, after this, and hunted after the E50 or the T44. Unfortunately, we do troll around trying to get some more damage off this dead flank. But see, now we leave, but it's a bit too late, as you can see, because the game's kind of already over. And with this tank, we can only move at 30 miles an hour, or kilometers, my bad. We can only move at 30, so getting to these flanks is tough. But there is one saving grace. There's an STRV that hasn't been spotted. If we can get one shot into him, we finish the side mission for completion with honors, and we can actually use one of these to sink into, and we can actually use an order to sink into another annoying mission. So now we're going on slowly. We think he'll be right there. Unfortunately, he is not. So we climb up the hill just a bit more. I'm thinking maybe he'll be right around the C or D2 area. But no, he is exactly where I expected him to be, unfortunately. And it's just so unfortunate that you can like try so hard just for your results to be like just absolutely destroyed by some dude flipped over sideways. Like what? That is the first time I have ever seen a vehicle flipped over sideways in the safest position in the map. Like, you can't get any further back from enemy fire than that, and you manage to sabotage your own chances of victory. Okay, so we've now finally wrapped up that little bit of that little session we had the other day. I hope you guys enjoyed that ending with the STIV. Just so anticlimactic right there. But I'm sure you didn't expect that right there. I was expecting like, okay, he finishes everything, but no, we don't finish everything, only 50%. But we're pretty okay with that. We did finish second by the damage, second by the experience. This guy actually, he threw down. But regardless of that, we finished that mission, that annoying mission. And now we are done with 2 out of the 3 books of missions. 2 out of the 4, my bad. Unfortunately, these will be annoying. I'll say that right now. Just because I don't really have a good American tank. A good American or British tank for that. My best British tank for this mission, and even this mission, is the FV4005, and we know how inconsistent that can be. This mission will be pretty difficult. I really don't like how it just starts out mission 1, 25% of the damage. But I do have a plan for that. I think I'm gonna go with the T28, the T28, the HTC, and try to get lucky with the matchmaker, and hopefully get some tier 5s, and then just roll forward and destroy them all. So hopefully that'll happen sooner or later. I've done that before with the tier 5s. 3,000 or 3,500 damage should be just around 25%. Yeah, I would say so, because if there's only like 12,500 XP available, I should be able to knock that down with 3,000 to 4,000 damage pretty easily, in fact. Yeah, this mission will be tough. Over here, I'll actually be finished this sooner or later. I don't want to try too hard on this one because it's actually not that difficult. I've done 8,000 combined so many times, although it was in a light tank, a German light tank, the Hawk 30. And most of the 8,000 was just spotting damage, but light tanks have an advantage in spotting damage over medium tanks. And medium tanks is all I have at tier 9 for that particular group of nations. As you can see, yeah, I've got the Skoda, but the crew is in the tier 10. The T55A is not for spotting. I would say that right now. It's not for spotting at all. This tank, I'm trying to do some spotting with it because it is reasonably mobile, but it's tough because you're not as quick as light tanks are. You're like a mobile medium, like a hyper mobile medium, where you're quick but not fast, and that can really hurt you when trying to get out into early spotting positions, especially with EBRs. I'm not gonna really try too hard on the NA server just because of all the artillery. I would say I'm willing to wait a couple more minutes in matchmaker just to get a game where I actually have a chance, rather than instantly get into a game where I know I'm probably not going to finish the mission. But yeah, guys, that has been all for today. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, maybe even send me your mission completions, because that would be nice to commentate on as well. And I'll see you next time.